This is your entire office. Yes. In this little small package is everything you might need on a daily grind in the office space. All right, so welcome back. If you've been following me, you're probably slowly realizing how crazy meticulous I am with everything that I do or everything that I build, starting with EDC as a philosophy, now moving on to the fact that when you actually go down this rabbit hole, you realize that everything is EDC, including office equipment. And so I've kind of figured out separate categories of EDC. One being what's in your, bag and what you carry every day, to now me realizing, oh, when you travel, I guess clothes are part of your EDC too. And I guess toiletries are part of your EDC too. And it just keeps going. And then one day I realized, you know what? I need to be able to have stationery with me. And so, hang on, what goes in a stationery? And so my mind just goes wandering. And then I finally find something that kind of eases that mental load. It's a stationery kit. And I don't know about you, but the Japanese are on another level when it comes to stationery. I would say that Japan is the country to go to if you're gonna do stationery anything. So had a friend of mine that had a visit to Japan, and I asked him to buy me a ball pen. And this ball pen is a Sharbo X. I think we'll do a video on all my ball pens. That's a separate video. But this ball pen is from Japan. It's from the brand Zebra, which actually, had a Zebra ball pen, and that's when I realized that ink mattered. More on that in the ball pen video. But this ball pen, he got from Japan, and it started my Japanese obsession real quick. This is a 4-in-1, so you can see here. This is black. This is mechanical pencil. This is red. I haven't even used it yet, and blue. So this is 4 ball pens in one, and it even comes with an eraser over here and a little rubberized top that you can use to turn pages in a book. Clip is, anyway, this is not a pen video. See, it's a rabbit hole, but this is from Japan, and that's my point. So after I realized that Japan really knows their stationery, I found a brand called Midori. And Midori is the brand we'll be focusing on today because they actually have a product called the Stationery Kit XS. And what that is this bad boy. That's it. This is your entire office. Yes. In this little small package is everything you might need on a daily grind in the office space. So let's take a look. Boom. So I made a list, but in my mind, some of those things you don't really need. So this is kind of a lot of those things in that list already figured out. Plus, I got a few more things to supplement this. But it's made in a package where, everything has its place. And that just really satisfies my OCD. So let's start here. We've got, of course, every office you need a pair of compact scissors, right? And it took some fiddling around to figure out how to deploy these, but finally realized that that's how it works. And these are quality. You can feel the quality in that snap. These were built to last, and it just folds up into a nice little package here. Scissors. Then we've got, of course, your cutters, right? So these are utility knives. Satisfying. Then you've got staplers, right? This also took a while for me to figure out because what you need to do with these staplers are you open it up, right? and then you deploy this thing down. So this goes up, you deploy it down. And then that releases this. And now you can stapler with it. So there. Then of course you need your correction fluid. Oh, actually this is tape. It's a hybrid of not only tape, but it's also glue. So they call it glue tape. So you can use this as an adhesive, put it on surface. I believe it's double-sided. I haven't really actually used it yet, but definitely tape is one of the staples in any office. So there's that. And then this is actually the correction tape. So this is a correction fluid. If you need to, erase documents, countersign, whatever. It's so tiny. All of these are tiny. Look at that. That's my hand. So, and last but not the least, if you need to measure things, you've got your measuring tape, right? That's pretty long. That's crazy. Okay. So there, and that's the basic kit. Now, I did go on the website to check if there were any parts of the kit that they still had, because I really enjoyed how they made this so thoughtfully. And I realized there's a few items that weren't in this kit. And if you go onto the site now, there's actually a white version. This comes in many colors, by the way. It comes in pink, maroon, all of these things. But my point is, there's this one kit which is white, and I believe they launched it on their something like 20th anniversary. Or point is, it was an anniversary, and it included two more items, right? So I went ahead and bought those items separately, and those items are these two right here: a compact punch and a tape dispenser. So these two, this tape dispenser and the compact punch, they actually are part of the anniversary kit, which is a bit longer than this. And this also fit into that. So kind of upset that they don't have that in black, but here we are. So at least I also have them, right? So let's do a quick unboxing. So this is the tape dispenser. All the way from Japan, I believe. Even the packaging, these guys really thought about it. Satisfying. Sheesh. And there you go, tape. Ooh, okay. So the way this opens is you open it up that way. And I'm guessing you pull the tape here, over here, chick. So because this is more of an adhesive, this is more of actual tape. So this is more of a glue. This is more of like tape, so that makes sense. It's still very tiny. And then you've got the compact punch. So the way that works, as you can see here, you got the push. Basically, you know how when you want to file papers in a folder with the two punch holes, this is that hole puncher, but in this tiny package, right? So compact punch. Hiya! I love the thoughtful packaging. And there you have it, the compact punch. So, damn, look at that mechanism. That is Japanese grade, if you will. So you've got a hole puncher here and a hole puncher here, and then you just go punch a hole. And then when you're done, damn. So satisfying. So there. So that is the complete kit, as far as I know, or as far as I remember. Those are the only items that Midori does in their stationery. But now my problem is these two items don't fit in this little stationery here. And that is not OCD satisfying. So I went ahead and I got this as well. So apparently this is also by the same brand, Midori, and this is basically a book band pen case, right? So you can use it in a size B6 or a size A5, and it should be able to bind everything. And so I got it with the main intent of putting the two accessories that do not fit in the stationery kit. So, and since I already went ahead and got this, I was like, you know what? What's missing? What could I have that would make sense that isn't here aside from an eraser? Which now that I'm thinking about it, yes, I could use an eraser. Well, I did mention the ball pen, right? So the ball pen already has an eraser, right? So that kind of really just fits really well here. Wow, that is very satisfying. So this goes in here, right? Eraser and all. Another thing would be, have you guessed it yet? I've given you time to think about what's missing. Something's missing and it fits in this shape. Can you guess? That's right. I feel like I'm Dora and you're trying to guess. It's a ruler. Yes, but not just any ruler. A metallic ruler that is foldable and that extends. Because yes, we do have the really long ass measuring tape, but this is, flimsy. You can't really write or draw with it. So you have this. So this is also by Midori. This is their aluminum multi-ruler, right? So yes, I'm not going to pretend that I can read Japanese, but you can use it to cut with, to draw lines with, and it's foldable and compact. I really hope it fits, because then that will kind of ruin the point. But here goes nothing. Whew. Everything from this brand, I'm telling you, it screams quality. You can feel the intent that went into the crafting of these tools. Wow. Hiya! 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 Can you use them as scissors? Probably not, but satisfying nonetheless. So short, they go pretty much 15 centimeters, or is this millimeters? Yeah, it's 15. And then if you extend it all the way to 30. And that's crazy. That's crazy how this fits. Or actually, we don't know yet. I think it might fit. Yes, it fits, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect. So this, oh, what is this? It's a map to a hidden treasure. No, I'm just kidding. Just some paper. Anyway, this goes into here. And then these should easily go into, yeah, just like that. Perfect, right? So you've got the ruler, the puncher, the tape, right? You've got the ball pen, which is 4-in-1, because the ball pen is also a pencil and different colors, right? And then you've got everything else here that goes into its kit here, right? And there you have it. That is your stationery. Can you believe that all of that is in these two tiny packages? That's pretty crazy, right? I don't know about you, but that blows my mind. So you can just put this again onto a notebook, adjust the straps, clip it onto a notebook like that, and then bring this to work, and you are good. I don't know if there is a more perfect setup than that, but I am very, very satisfied with what I have here. And I feel like this is going to be my stationery for a very, very long time. And if you like Midori, I'll try and get you some links that you can click on so that you can order this for yourself. Hope you had fun. Hope that helps.